Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we need to work on our economy a little bit. Now, I was planning on getting a little bit belligerent at this point and declaring a few wars of our own, but these guys waking up kind of changed that. They are benevolent interventionists, and so we are going to need to be able to take them on really before we can do too much else. We do have a fair number of things to work on, though, for right now. So we need a society research. Let's actually grab this starbase cap, because we're currently above our starbase cap. That's going to be great for us. Fleet management procedures is all well and good. We can enter the Shroud. We're not going to do that right now, I think, because our economy is in a little bit of a shambles. I mean, it's been worse. Let's be honest. Okay, let's go ahead and sell off a little bit of food to get our energy credits up. And now we're going to need to get some minerals in here. So I'm actually also going to sell off some alloys. We're not going to need quite this many since we are currently at peace. I'm just going to buy in 5,000 minerals and we'll call that good for now. Our capital here has a lot of unemployment, and we should do something about that. Now, we're going to run out of housing eventually, so I don't want to construct this mining district, although we could. And then slowly replace these districts with city districts over time. Yeah, I think that's okay. We'll put in a mining district, that'll get us a few jobs, and we'll upgrade this to an administrative park. That'll give us a few jobs as well, and should also put us up over our empire sprawl capacity. So that'll be great. This agro-world here, it does need jobs. We'll put in a mining district here, and that will deal with those jobs. So that's fine. Tile blocker clearance here would be great. And I think we'll just clear one of these cheaper ones. So that should be fine. Well, this doesn't look like a problem to me. This will be actually completely fine. This tech world here, it does need currently both housing and a job and a building. Now, the research lab will fix the job and the building, but we do need to put in some additional housing here. We may want to put in some of these mining districts, though. We have a lot of available districts here. Noted. This refinery world here, it needs a building, which of course means we need to check here. Rare crystals is actually what we are currently lowest on. Do we have the tech to manufacture crystals? Yes, synthetic crystal plants. Okay. I wasn't entirely sure about that. This forge world needs a tile blocker cleared, and that is fair enough. We should definitely... Actually, these are super cheap. I'm going to queue up all of those. This tech world also has some tile blockers, and we'll clear out these too, but I'm not going to clear these just yet. Otherwise, our colonies appear to be good to go. So that's fantastic. We are, of course, currently working on getting some of these stations online. So the Atmir station over here is switching over to an anchorage, and we should get a naval logistics office queued up there. The Zeober station will remain a bastion, but let's go ahead and get that upgrading to a citadel. That will remain a border station for quite a while. Terminal egress over here should absolutely continue upgrading. Voidpool Station, this is currently a trade hub. We can get that up to a Star Fortress. Waymole Station, same thing. Chemgalaria, same thing. Like, this 650, this is not very much. Previously it was a lot, but not so much anymore. So these anchorages appear to be pretty good to go. They don't need to be further upgraded. Crash Station here is looking good. We are, of course, making this into a Starhold, and that is to help out our piracy situation. Let's just let that finish up. Grummium Station is also upgrading currently. We should probably queue up a, say, target uplink computer here. Bardigan Station here, what was the point of this? I think I upgraded this one for naval cap. Yeah, I think this was a naval cap station. So this was intended to become an anchorage. Okay, we'll keep to that for now. We are going to need additional naval cap beyond what we have, even though we are now we're now under our cap, which is great to see. This station, of course, is going to have this building that it needs to get built, so we'll put that in. And we're doing much better on our energy credits now. I do want to check in on what we've got going on over here. So we can see that our piracy is still growing in Marfark, despite the fact that we have... Let's actually hop out of this map mode. Despite the fact that we have these guys not doing anything, but these guys, 6 is insufficient. That is pretty clear. Let's see, because trade value is greater than piracy suppression. So we need a piracy suppression value of almost 300 here. That is going to be a pretty dramatic increase in the size of this fleet. That's okay. We can do that. So this is what, 10 each? So that would mean that we would need like 30 of these, or more specifically, we'd need like 27 of them. Something like that. And let's get that created. Excellent. Now, up over here, we can see that Parima is 73.08. So we actually only need to increase the size of this fleet by a little bit. Let's go ahead and bump that up to 8, and we'll reinforce that. Excellent. Now, down over here, this is 69.08. So this would actually be sufficient if we were to also increase this up to 8, at least for now. So we'll do that. We'll get that underway. And I do want to check in up over here. So that's 527. That is rather a lot. Of course, we are getting a fair amount of piracy suppression from the terminal egress, and that will continue to go up. But we are definitely going to need to enlarge this fleet. I'm pretty sure that we're going to need to get this at least up to 15. We'll take it to 15 for right now. And I'm wondering why... Oh, we can't afford to reinforce it, of course. We'll take it up to 15 for right now, and then we will figure out what we want to do with that a little bit later on. We can activate one of these, but I think I would actually rather utilize the influence on integrating this subject. That actually takes 5 per month. So this works like integration in Europa. Noted. Can we only integrate one at a time? Yes. Okay, that is completely fine. So once we get those, we'll see what that ends up doing. Excellent. So once we get our trade under control, we should see this energy credits number coming up nicely. I do actually see that we are lacking over here in some construction, and I must have messed that up. It's the only thing I can imagine. We'll have a single construction ship. That won't be too bad. Research agreement? Their technology level is inferior to ours. I'm going to decline that. Okay, terminal egress is definitely coming along. Let's go ahead and put in its hangar bays, as well as, say, a command center. That'll work. And there's minerals from jobs. That's nice. I think we're just going to go for whatever is cheapest here. Okay, that's... armor hit points it is. I guess that's the most valuable one there. We're no longer above our Empire Sprawl cap. We are back to being above our naval cap. That's not a huge surprise. Scum and villainy on Zoltan Prime. That is something that I want to investigate. Mostly from Criminal Syndicate Branch Office. Okay. Well, we could declare martial law. I'd kind of prefer not to do that. Just an anti-crime campaign? That is enforcer upkeep there. What we really need to do is we need to expel that Criminal Syndicate Branch Office. We're not the owner of that. That's these guys. We could simply close borders with them. They are already hostile to us. Done. Okay, so that was the Clagians. That's these guys. Okay. Hopefully they'll close borders to us as well. That would be nice. Okay, Achenar Prime here. It needs a tile blocker clearance. And that is something I'm comfortable doing right now. We do need housing on this Forge World, so we will put in... Actually, we're going to put in a mining district. And we need additional jobs on Azure Chalice. We'll grab an administrative park. Perfect. And let's go ahead and grab gravitational analysis, I think. Yeah, we could activate one of these. Again, I'm not really feeling doing it right now. Instead, I'm interested in working on claims and just shoring up our defenses. Like, I would love to get a couple of stations to defend this border. This border is super awkward for us. And getting Gremium a little bit more upgraded would be great as well. A lot of this is just a matter of time, though. We'll get that upgraded to a Star Fortress. We'll also put in missile batteries, and we will put in a disruption field generator here. That'll be fine. Terminal egress over here does currently need to be queued up to an upgrade to Citadel. So we'll work on that. Excellent. These anchorages are all fully fine. Yeah, that's completely fine. And then this one, of course, is going to be an anchorage. Sounds good. Okay, let's check in on our trade situation. This definitely looks better. Piracy is suppressed here. Yeah, this is looking good. Now, these two armadas here, are they necessary? That'll grow to its maximum value soon. Oh yeah, we didn't actually queue up any additional for the Troubled Armada. We should probably do that. That will help. And I think I'm actually going to get rid of both of these. We'll disband both of these fleets. I don't think they're necessary. I really, really don't. We'll be able to get all this cleaned up soon enough. Wasat is getting the piracy reduction from terminal egress. That is... Wait, from terminal egress? Oh, because it goes through the L gate to here, and then over through here, I guess? Or... But yeah, apparently it's getting it from Brilliser and terminal egress. That is really, really good to know, because it does pass through terminal egress, so that does make sense. Well, we're going to continue working on upgrading these. Getting these a little bit more online. I'm a little bit concerned about Wasat. But it's literally just Wasat. And then this down here is 71.91. So this is 11 of 8. Okay. I guess that's fine. Piracy should be plenty suppressed through here. Are you hitting up Gothra, or who is? Actually, you're just chilling. These guys are just chilling as well. Noted. They need to be patrolling. Let's have them hit up Gothra. I meant to left-click that. There we go. And then these guys will hit up through here. There we go. So they'll auto-patrol like that. Necrophaging has happened. We should now go ahead and reach into the Shroud and see what we can find. Now that we've gotten our economy upright. The Shroud is quiet today. An endless desert stretches before us. We've been here before. Shalakul Milam Zunak. Something emerges from the sand. It's difficult to see. Sarabi Melasuk. The words are like thunder, spoken by a mouth for which they were never intended. We are compelled to answer. So should we say Tirit Nali Dasumara, or should we say Kunak de Kirak? We're going to say Kunak de Kirak. The conduit that our telepaths were using to connect to the Shroud collapsed on itself. Okay, we said the wrong thing. Good to know. Dauphine Station, I would love to, at this time... Well, we have to get the Citadel upgrade done, but I want to get the Titan and Colossal Assembly Yards in there, or at least the Titan Assembly Yards. We are lacking the minerals, or rather the alloys, to upgrade Wodriax, but let's go ahead and just get that done right now. Fantastic. Our resolution has failed. That's been happening a lot lately. How are we doing on this integration? 87 out of 127, remaining time 9 months. Noted. Okay, so things are looking pretty decent. We do need jobs on this tech world. That's easy enough to solve. We'll do something like that. Etrinar, I want to continue clearing off these tile blockers. Just get them all taken care of. We're now a bit negative in our energy credits. I'm still a little bit concerned about the piracy in Wasat. That said, this is going to get... We could just park a fleet there, right? With some amount of corvettes. It's an option. I'm interested in seeing if upgrading this to a Starhold increases anything in terms of its piracy suppression. That would be interesting to see. There's our Starbase cap coming up. That's very, very good for us. Let's grab Naval cap next. That'll be good. These guys over here, they are still very overwhelming to us, although, interestingly, their economy is weaker than ours. I'm not too surprised by that. But if we check, like, these guys over here, they're a fallen empire, they're still considered overwhelming to us in tech. Okay, so they're well into the repeatable techs. Noted. Well, we are getting a lot of construction completed at this time, which is, of course, expected. Okay, which one of these anchorages was the one that needed additional work? That would be this guy. Okay, we'll go ahead and queue that up. Additional anchorages. Sounds great. Terminal egress is going to be upgraded to a Citadel pretty soon. That's great. Zeober Station is working on its Citadel upgrade. Let's go ahead and get this up to a Star Fortress, and we'll grab our missile batteries. Oh, excellent. We successfully integrated those guys. We'll deal with that in just a moment. Let's put in a disruption field generator over here. As far as Grumium goes, we'll go ahead and queue up that upgrade as well. Missile batteries and a disruption field generator. Okay, so these guys were just incorporated into our empire, and that does, of course, mean that we don't need their construction ships. They have 3 of them. Okay, that's rather a lot. We'll get rid of those. As far as their actual fleet goes, it's a little much, but we could stick it into Wasat temporarily at least to ditch that piracy. Yeah, we could certainly do that. So we can see here that we are currently losing trade value in Ebenar. So we should probably take a look at that. That is right here. Trade route value of 516. Yeah, that's rather a lot. These guys probably would struggle with that, considering they only have a suppression of 150. We could bulk this up to be something like 50 corvettes. I'm not going to recruit those just now. What is the actual strength, or the piracy value here, or the trade value here? 677, okay. Noted. So yeah, we're just going to move these guys down over here for right now, and this is a trade hub, apparently? What is this? This is a shipyard. Okay. I'm thinking that we might want to have this shift over to an anchorage for right now. We may shift it to something else a little bit later on. We'll just dismantle these buildings. And we'll upgrade that to a star fortress. I want to look at their planet as well. Uh-huh. It's a bureaucratic center. It might be okay to keep it as that. That's a lot of luxury residences. That's a ton of available housing. Okay. We're probably going to work away from those, but we definitely want to put in a chamber of elevation here. And I'm also interested in perhaps putting in simply a gene clinic, since they don't appear to have that. That would, of course, be in the G's. There we go. Okay, we could do something like that. We could also do something with the Galactic Stock Exchange to try to boost our energy credits.
A study has been completed.
That's actually an interesting concept. The Galactic Stock Exchange is here. That increases trade value and amenities for merchants. We could, I suppose, make this be our trade capital. Couldn't we? Or does Voidpool have to be our trade capital? Because that is our regular capital. Where are the options for that? I don't even know in Stellaris. I haven't really worked too much with that. Yeah, that would just be branch offices. It's set to be our empire capital. Yes, indeed it is. But where do we set our trade capital at? Oh, in the actual starbase? No, maybe not. Okay. I don't know how to do it then. For now, though, we should probably go ahead and put in a couple of additional trade hubs here to produce more trade.
A science vessel is under attack.
Oh, really? How did we get a science vessel down there? You know what? Okay. Well, I guess that science vessel is missing now. I didn't even know it was there. Sure, we'll take it. I think we'll also grab explosive weapon attack speed. We are using some rockets, so that is something to be noted. We do have a building slot available on this Forge world. We'll put in an alloy foundry, of course. Actually, hang on, will we? We don't have a Ministry of Production here. We'll put in a Ministry of Production. Excellent. This is a generator world here. I would not mind having it do something other than alloy mega forges right now. Our housing is limited here. Actually, we may want to just put in housing. So just some luxury residences there. That'll be okay for now. We can replace it later if necessary. Yeah, we do have unspent civic points. Actually, those unspent civic points should probably be spent right now. Because, oh, that costs 250 influence. Okay. Well, we should definitely be working on integrating these guys. There's no doubt about that. They're not as advanced, but that's okay. So we can see that our piracy is definitely under control right now. We can see that we are losing some in Ebonar still. Now that is to be expected as of right now, because there's a lot of trade value that goes through Ebonar. So this fleet here, we're going to go ahead and put a few alloys into it. Building cost has been reduced. I'm very, very interested in getting some shield hit points increased.
Construction venture completed.
Okay. Now we could avoid Ebonar a little bit, but I think there's not really a lot of point in doing that. So that's fine. We need housing on this world, and this is an industrial world. I'm actually interested in maxing out these mining districts for right now. If we have to change them later, that's okay. Now this is intended to be an alloys world. I'm going to put in a single mining district, but also a city district here. That'll be fine. Did we ever decide we were just going to leave this as an administrative world, but it does definitely need to be reworked. It's got way too much housing, and it's got some unemployment here. So that's all exciting. I do want to get a House of Apotheosis over here. I want to get ahead of these guys with our necrophaging. So that will be great. Zeober Station is not currently working on anything, and it should really get a command center at this point. This trade hub is going okay. This trade hub should get maxed out with additional trade hubs. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's what needs to happen. So we'll get all of these in here. Interdimensional trade is coming up. That's very nice for us. These anchorages are all completely fine and do not need to be touched. This anchorage is still in progress on upgrading to a star fortress. We do want to queue up a naval logistics office ASAP. And this is currently a shipyard, but we're swapping that over to an anchorage. So let's get a naval logistics office right there. Excellent. Necrophyte shortages, we do expect that to happen. War declaration, okay, that's brave. Oh, okay, it was a machine uprising. That makes sense. So we're currently losing a little bit in terms of our energy credits right now. We're also falling a little behind in consumer goods. That's something that we are certainly going to be working on. Hang on. These guys are not connected to the trade network, apparently. So this is the Kornagi station. That should simply connect in over here, right? Let's see here. If I can remember how to do this. Yeah, that's all incoming trade here. But I want it to connect into this trade hub. And this is also not connected in. It should simply... Yeah, if we select it like this, then we right-click it to add it to the trade network. That's what it is. Okay, so we just need to do that. There we go. Those are now connected to the trade network. And that should mean that we should see a pretty dramatic energy credit increase. We do need to do something about our current consumer goods problem, but that is mostly something that we kind of bought. We brought that one on ourselves, for sure. These industrial worlds, they need a little bit more in terms of a workforce. In fact, we should probably have that have a system capital conflux. We should go through and upgrade any of those capitals that we can. Any more capitals that can be upgraded? Yeah, actually, this one can be. Planetary capital. Any others? That's it for now. Okay, so we're now positive in energy credits. We're a little bit negative in consumer goods, but that won't be the case for too much longer. Now, this is, of course, a bureaucratic center, and we've actually now integrated these guys as well. Let's get rid of their construction ships. And now that I think about it, I still haven't moved this construction ship. We should probably get that guy put to work. Get on up over there. Okay, and with that, it is pretty much time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see what we want to do with these guys, although having them be a tech world might be okay. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.